Okay. Hi. Hello. I'm not sure. Hold on. I'm gonna check if this live is working because I don't want to just talk to myself for like a while. Okay, no, not that one. Is this live? Hmm. All right. I don't know if this is working. It's not showing me my fucking live. So that's a thing that's happening. Hold on. Okay, wait. This is working because I don't want to just talk to myself for like. Okay. Hi. Hello. Today we're gonna be talking about the Genshin content creator drama. I know nothing about it, so we're gonna be deep diving on like Twitter and on. Sorry. We're gonna be deep diving it on YouTube and Twitter and all that stuff to figure out what the fuck is going on. So let's get started. Um, I should not have this. Okay. Okay. So I may do that intro again. Sorry. Okay. Anyways, um, I want to know what how Ziox is involved in this. The way he's not scared to voice his views. Okay, hold on. So, hi, hello. Today we're going to be talking about the Genshin Impact content creator drama. I know nothing about it, so we are going to be looking through Twitter, we're going to be looking through YouTube, Twitch, all that stuff to see what's going on. So there are like 3 different content creator YouTubers who are 3 Twitch streamers who are trending right now, or maybe it went down to 2. But like, oh my god, there's so many. So we have Tectone, Helioverse, Atsu, Ziox. So we have all the trending people. I have not seen any of these clips. Let's just get started. Oh, I should probably turn off the narcotic here. Okay.
You okay? Never mind. I'm not gonna read that.
What?
Is this about the same drama as the Tectone and Atsu is the one? Okay.
1 second.
Okay, I'm gonna look at Atsu because I know Atsu is part of this drama. Oh my god, there's a reaction to a reaction to a reaction, to a reaction. Okay.
Be like,
So why do you have
okay,
that power?
this person might ask them.
It's simple
like,
as that.
Do you never want to like work
I'm
with
just saying.
Hoyoverse or patch things up with them? And they were like, no. But I would have put in, I would have sent a message and be like,
So why do you have that
this
power?
person might want to speak to you. And yeah, but
Guys, I was gonna say, guys, the Genshin CCs are fighting. That's a meme based on Smosh, if you don't get it. So wait, Atsu has the power to has some connections with Genshin, and like, so what I'm gathering sitting here, Atsu has some type of power when it comes to Genshin content creators and who is blacklisted and who is favored. Which is the reason why MTAJ and Tectone are probably upset about this is because they're blacklisted, I'm pretty sure. I may be wrong about that. I don't know. Moving on.
the most I can do is just connect you to a Hoyoverse staff and just give you
Oh,
like
so
their
you have that
Discord,
power, huh?
or
That's interesting. I
in
don't have
your
that power.
case, I think you spoke to someone in
Who the
person.
fuck can who the fuck can convert a
Imagine having Hoyoverse on your like phone as one of your like quick dial contacts. I don't know.
content creator directly to Hoyoverse? That is fucking crazy. What the fuck?
Ask them.
Here we go.
I mean,
Wait. Okay, wait. Okay, I have no clue what this is saying, so I apologize in advance for how horribly I'm gonna read this. Wow, I never thought I'd be doing this ever again, and honestly, I was intent on taking the hits and wearing the scars and letting them heal. Some of you don't know me. I don't know you. Some of you don't know anything about what happened to me. Here's my full story. Zero censoring, zero holding back. As some of you will know, 2 years ago around this time exactly, I got into drama with Atsu. Atsu had made some very shady tweets subtweeting me and my best friend at the time and roommate, Tectone. Oh. Oh, I think I know who this is now. Up until this point, I had one total interaction with Atsu where I sent him a $1 bit donation to his stream where I told him I really enjoyed watching him and his content, and he was kind of an inspiration to me. And if he would maybe want to talk more and become closer, he immediately said no and shot it down. And that me trying to buy his friendship was a terrible move, and I should never do that again. Um, how long is this? Oh no, oh no, I didn't. Oh no, reading for that long is gonna be horrible. Okay, wait. Sure, not the best idea. His Discord was private, his Twitter DMs were closed, his Twitch chat moved too fast. I had no other option in my head. I took the blame and the fault, and I never reached out again and respected him. I became very close with Tectone for the next couple of months. We honestly bounced off each other's energy, and we were like brothers. He was literally like my big brother. We did almost everything together, streams, hung out, played games off a stream, and loved each other. So they moved in together. He was happy and content after they moved in together. Fast forward 3 to... I see tweets subtweeting me and him, and I'll say it, Atsu has been the thorn in the side of Tectone and me this entire time. He hated Tectone, and he automatically hated me by association, even if I was friends with his friends, even if I was respectful of him after he rejected my hand in friendship, even if I never did anything. Me being friends and going as far as living with Tectone was enough for him to despise me. Okay, wait. I want to know what people are saying to this. Where's the view quotes? I, I'm not gonna say I agree. I'm trying to be unbiased. Oh, sorry. This meme got me. This specific meme got my account suspended for a while. But anyways, so I need to figure out. So this is new. I need to figure out like where this started before I do anything. I'm gonna look back at that later. I need to find out where the fuck this started.
Really hard, really hard not to look at the to all of it and listen to what he said. And if he has the power to go to bat for me, he has the power to go, hey, this guy over there, fuck him, don't bring him in. This girl over here, screw her, don't bring her in. Do you know what I'm saying? That's why it looks like such a tough situation. Really hard not to look at the to all of it and listen to what he said. And if he has the power to go to bat for me, he has the power to go, hey, this guy over there, fuck him, don't bring him in. This girl over here, screw her, don't bring her in. Do you know what I'm saying? That's why it looks like such a tough situation.
Okay. Yeah, I got that. I get that it's like... What? Oh, I thought that was... My gay ass thought that the character right here is Don Hung. Anyways, moving on. Update 2. Mcash gets into a call with Atsu live now. Wait. So... Maybe I should just watch this whole stream. Maybe I should just figure it out. Oh no. Wait, it's over. Okay. Hold on.
Did you ever speak with Hoyoverse staff about Brax?
About Braxophone?
Yeah.
Yes, because when he DM'd me about that contract stuff,
Okay. Okay, wait. So, trying to see if anyone's actually talking about it right now.
Imagine if Tectone just be like he was actually like in I don't know. It's just unfathomable. Like actually like is your S1.
Okay. Well, okay, so here's what I've gathered so far. Atsu has connections to Hoyoverse, and and he can like, not, I don't know if recommend people is the right way to say it, but he can give a good word in for people, or he can give a bad word in for people, which, like, I don't know. I don't have much of like an opinion. I mean, it's, I don't know. I don't have much of an opinion on this because like I'm not infected by it, but like I do see why people would be pissed about it, especially people who were blacklisted or like disliked. You know what I mean? Well, blacklisted. Different. Oh. Anyway, I'm just gonna block Atsu and his bully group and continue with my life because I don't. Sorry, one of my friends is messaging about oh, sorry.
Yeah, buddy.
What?
Lightweight.
Oh, okay.
Found or concocted some reason to distrust me so badly that he would rather invite
Okay.
where we have a very active community talking about Hong Kong story on a daily basis. A lot of awkward small talk. I walked away.
I sort of want to watch.
Content after content for guides. Like
I want to see if MTash has talked about. Well, he obviously has. He was in the videos, but I just want to know what's. When was the last stream? Would it be in the last? Oh,
This is why my tweet was so heated. Like
This
this
you guys are
triggered me.
mad at
Like
me 'cause I
very
don't
little
wanna be
things
friends
in
with the
life
guy. It's not
trigger me
about
and
that.
make me like
It's
angry.
about going
Like,
on
the
my
reactions, the
side.
reactions,
You
the reaction
all
is
want to do
killing
whatever.
me.
That
Be
mouse
angry
and
and
the
I
other
started-
creators cutting connections over what?
Hmm.
You said he was a creep. Have you read your own Twitter post?
I can't just suddenly make myself be his friend.
Oh yeah, that's what we're asking. Jesus Christ.
Because he says he's socially awkward. And I feel like this is very fair that if you don't want to be friends with someone, you don't have to be friends with them.
This is
I-
crazy.
Good point, man. Yep. Wow.
Wait, I need to see his messages before I say like it's kind of valid to decide who you want to be friends with. I need to see these texts though. Wait. Why did this start like right in the middle of something? Okay, wait, is this the one with the screenshots? Where are the screenshots? Where are the screenshots? Screenshot here says that all Tectone doesn't want to take accountability nor be called out because in his eyes he did no wrong. Say, hey man, don't get why you get all this hate. Except Atsu does understand what's happening and is trying to help you, dunce. Listen, if I'm being honest, I'm not the biggest fan of Tectone. But I'm trying to be as unbiased as possible with this because I just want to know, like, what's happening. Okay, I cannot read these screenshots that small. Wait. I almost felt forceful post NYC and even post LA. Certain tweets and actions I saw over time continued to reaffirm to me that it was probably indeed in my best interest to keep you at arm's length. While I would like to elaborate more, I can't say in good faith that I trust you and respect. Okay. So I'm guessing this is to the guy who, the guy who made that post. Maybe he posted them. Spit Goose. Okay. Yikes! Everybody. I want to see those texts. That's why I'm looking so hard. Like, Atsu DMs. Latest. Since some think this is playful banter where it's not, we are not on good terms, BTW. But this is between me, him, and our lawyers. Sorry for not wanting to talk about my personal life online. Some things just shouldn't be used for content. Oh, this was a post about my donation being over, by the way. So I'm free. This is my post about my donation being over. Thank you. I've been free of you for months. Oh no, I'm falling down another hole. Wait, I just want to know about the Atsu shit. I'm realizing there's so much to this, and it's not just like straightforward what's going on. Who sent Atsu the apology DMs? What? Okay, wait. Just for context, all I have to say is when I first met him, I had just started going out in person and meeting people, and I didn't know what to do when I met people at events yet. So I said I'm nobody because I didn't know if I should introduce myself as Saki or not yet. However, I did ask him at the time to never bring it up again, but he did so. It's too late now, and I don't want to be involved. So yeah, that's it. No clue what that is about either. I should just watch the video. I can't find these stupid DMs, but I'll just watch the video. I'll watch the stream, I mean.
It's all fucking
That's
crazy.
Exactly what everybody's saying.
Creator that he may or may not want to protect caused a lot of trouble.
Okay, I want to hear his response to this.
At the party. To be clear, this event was not Hoyoverse official or sponsored. Everyone is being told to shut.
I'm not going to name drop any names in relation to this because I don't want to implicate them or share their stories before they are ready to come out themselves. At one of the parties, a specific creator that he may or may not want to protect caused a lot of trouble for both Atsu and some of the girls at the party. To be clear, this event was not Hoyoverse official or sponsored. Everyone is being told to shut the fuck up about it and not talk about what happened. Maybe that's what Atsu meant when he said I couldn't keep things confidential. So is this...
Shut the F up about it and not talk about what happened. Maybe that's what Atsu meant when he said I couldn't keep things confidential. That's
is
not
this
what I
Braxophone's
meant
thing
when
about
I said
it?
I can't trust you and keep things confidential, but you've put on display here that you literally cannot keep things confidential. Regardless, that I couldn't keep secrets about harassment, peer pressure, and more.
The thing
But
is,
what do I know? I wasn't there.
check that
I
clip.
just heard the same story from two different people who were, and those stories also.
Hold on, I will in a
other
second.
things I've been told by people who have flown out to see the same creator. Why does Atsu not have a problem with it? Maybe Atsu does, but he wouldn't want it to come out because this late that would implicate him as someone who let it slide. And I talked about this on Twitter. The person he's talking about is a friend of mine who was sexually assaulted. She is not ready to talk about it. She does not want people talking about it. So the fact that these Braxophone friends are telling Braxophone about this, and now Braxophone is using that to weaponize it, to attack my characteristics, or to attack my character, is disgusting. the victim of sexual assault, it is for them to decide when to speak.
Very,
It is for them to decide when to come out and talk about it. If they want someone else to talk about it for them, then that's different.
It's a very sticky situation because I can understand Atsu's argument about it as well. Did someone clip when Atsu talked about Tashman? Did he see that? No, I haven't seen that.
Weird for them to take photos without
of
me and post the versions that exclude me instead.
Yep.
That doesn't explain why you edited Brax of the photo. I didn't edit Brax out of the photo. It's a different photo.
Huh?
Can I get the photo real quick? Can we get the post?
Can we get the evidence? Let's go.
Can we get the post? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know about
Oh shit. Yeah, unless they had the exact same pose. It is the same photo. They did edit him out of it.
Wait.
that one. Yeah.
They
I don't-
did
I
edit
don't
him
know
out.
about that one, man.
That's
I mean, they used this
That's
to cover
something.
him.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. That right there,
What
that
the
to me
fuck?
looks like the same photo.
It's very weird for them to take photos.
Yeah, he backpedaled on it later. He said later it was the same photo, but they just did it. Check Pokey's DM.
okay. Wait. So while we're well,
Can you for 5 seconds hop on my stream and react? Who's saying this? Oh, Mr. Pokey.
okay.
What's going on here?
And
But that's how you felt? But oh, that's interesting.
just leave me
What?
alone
What's going on
forever,
here?
right? I wanted
So
it
this
to
is
be
from
in
2
a
days ago. This is 8
polite
hours.
manner,
So the
so
start
I
of this
can
was
respond
really
to
weird.
give him.
Atsu's a liar, and
Obviously,
Tectone's a
he
liar.
and I had
and
already
Pokey's a
discussed
liar.
some
The
sensitive,
thing is, right?
well, I
Okay,
don't know,
neutrally
sensitive, but
speaking,
like
No, shut up.
some
He's a liar.
wild things
No, I don't like this.
regarding the other
it
voice
really isn't
No.
about the response.
I think it's a
Sorry.
lie.
This tweet
It's a difficult
and like being
position
friends
for me
is
because
really not about that.
Something's wrong
one, I
here.
know
I don't trust him. Okay.
I don't
someone,
trust
someone said there's
anybody.
a clip of Atsu reacting to me.
Also, wait. I didn't have chat up. I apologize.
Why'd I say I'd man the grill? I don't man things. Just find the knob that makes the hot fire come out.
Also, I look
Here's the
so
plan.
bad.
I need burgers, buns. Great. Look at me go. I'm a grilling machine.
He's a grilling machine.
Does anyone have the
You've got to turn it on.
clip of Atsu talking to me? Where's your ad blocker? I support creators. This is how we get paid.
You
This
know
is how we
what
get
I did
paid.
when he told me that? I didn't go publicly and say XXX is a sexual predator because that's not my place to talk. That's not my thing to talk about. Sexual assault victims have an insane trauma. You do not speak on their behalf. You do not.
I mean,
spread
he's kinda
rumors. You do
spitting
not
about that.
weaponize their suffering for you to get back at someone else. It is the most vile thing.
shouldn't
can
support
do,
a
and it
manipulator?
just pisses me the fuck off. The
Who am I
contradiction
supporting?
Is unbelievable. The contradiction is absolutely unbelievable. All right? And again, he says very sugar-coatedly, he tells me, oh, it's a big yikes topic. Yes, it is a big yikes topic, but I understand you are trying to help me because you did not want me to be associated with this person that you claimed was a sexual predator. Right? Right here. Basically,
I'm just
there's this
trying to
voice
get
actor
the
who brought
facts.
terror to other voice
At this
actors,
time, I
and
think
another
everyone
viewer
is
friend
lying.
Told me that, guess what?
Hold on.
Another viewer friend told him that I should warn.
He has to get the facts, like that one. I don't want to watch it on YouTube. I got the facts. Oh, is that really?
Stitch this and show me a Democrat being roasted with facts. not be accepted because they don't really fit in either.
I just want that song. Ugh. Fine, I'm gonna give in and just look it up on YouTube.
Unfortunately, right-wing pundit Ben Shapiro has
Just
right-wing commentator Ben Shapiro.
Don't be a whap dog, it's a yarmulke. Man, I'm the man who don't respect. Let's look at the stats. I've got the facts.
Let's look at the stats. I've got the facts. Let's look for the facts.
Other content creators that he's been a creep and a terror to the other people. Right?
I
Creep
think
and a
that
terror
everyone is
is
lying.
him putting PR
Moedin, you have to whisper it to me. It won't show up in chat. You have to whisper it to me.
That's the topic I brought up. Again, this is not a matter of me giving you proof. This is Braxophone literally saying himself, he walked up to me and he told me this. Looking back, big yikes for a...
What does Brax have to lie about, though? It's not necessarily lying. It's just like, did both sides make it look worse than it truly was?
Oh, I'm not...
Won't elaborate because at this point...
You have to whisper the clips to me.
Mine to share. I see. So
how are people
what
writing longer things than I can write for my fan fiction?
Like
Like,
his logic,
all these Google Docs are longer than a lot of the chapters on my AO3 account. So did this all start because of the rewards, and then that somehow toppled into... Oh, no, it was the reward, but also that Xiox tweet where it... this is so... Envy, you have a history of getting one guide on Twitter, one guide on Twitch, and making small things into enormous issues that anyone else could move forward from. You're incredibly sensitive to everything. I offered you money gift for reading the Spiral Abyss, and you threw a temper. Oh, dear. I don't like reading. I just want to see people talk about it. Yeah, it's the duality of a man tweet that fucking started all this. This started, like, a lot of this. The duality of man. And I mean, like... I don't know. I'm now eligible for
Braxophone
loot.
is protecting the predator. Obviously, he's not doing that. So what I'm wondering is, and this is what I was talking about at the end of this, is it this person that is feeding Tectone all this information that is not true? But he's just getting Tectone to say it and speak on it on his behalf. Because if that's the case, then I do want him to be vigilant, and I think he is being manipulated. Now, if it's someone else, then apologies. I've got the wrong person. But I'm like so certain, because it just adds up. Because this other guy that has a grudge against me has such a big hate boner for me because I would not accept his friendship.
That's talking
I
about
just didn't want to be his friend. And
What?
there's many reasons why I don't want to be his friends, and that's a complete other tangent. But long story short, I don't want to be this guy's friend.
Sip
If
Sip
he's
Stefan
bothering
also?
me, and then he even asked...
Wait, is that about... I think... Is Atsu talking about that egg person, or are they talking about Brax? Or, like...
asked me for financial advice, even though I made it clear I don't want to be his friend. So,
So it
I
is
still
him.
gave him financial advice. And I'm assuming because I didn't accept his friendship, he's now gone
Oh, what
to
the
big old Tectone to
Fuck.
speak on
Now
his behalf.
Sip Sip. Hold on. It just keeps fucking snowballing here. The truth about Atsu and Ichigai, I don't think I'd ever bring this up, but with Tectone's recent tweets back and forth and Braxton's huge post, I'd like to add my personal experience. Before I get into this, I just want to say it's rather minor when I put in comparison to Brax and Teggy. Regardless, I still think it's the way I was treated was extremely unfair and rude, especially being another content creator in the space. My content is revolved around news, updates in the future of Genshin, and dreams up until a rather recent cease and desist. Sorry, Hoyo, glad we're friends now. Back in July, actually, I heard about that. He got a cease and desist. Incident between Hoyo versus... story dropped out of nowhere, created a video, TikTok, and these are photos, passionate situation.
Back in July 2023, I'm sure we can all remember the incident between Hyoverse, Formosa, and the NA voice actors from Genshin Impact. The story dropped out of nowhere, and as usual, I created a video covering the news as it unfolded. I was passionate about the situation, and honestly, looking back, maybe too passionate. I was angry. I've never been the type to defend billion-dollar companies, and I was also really disappointed with Genshin after Sumeru. What made it even worse was the fact that I felt guilty all the time for making a wage off a game and its content that couldn't even pay its own voice actors. I felt obligated to cover the incident and drive attention to it in hopes that more attention would at least get answers to the solution. It was the least I could do for people who to some degree allowed me to have a job as well. So I made tweets and eventually a video about explaining the situation. These tweets were mainly directed at Genshin and Hoyoverse. In my eyes, the goal was simple: a bad press for Hoyoverse, even if they were not directly at fault, would drive Hoyoverse to put pressure on Formosa and get the VAs paid. When my video went up, I cross-posted it onto Twitter in hopes that more eyes would see it and it would get more attention to the situation. For the most part, people responded positively to the video, sharing it. Proof shown in Atsu's tweet saying people were eating it up. But there was definitely a decent handful of people telling me I was spreading misinformation by involving Hoyoverse at all, as Formosa was the one to blame. While I agreed that Formosa had the blame, I stuck to my position because at the end of the day, I felt any amount of outrage would hopefully get to the VAs some answers from either Hoyo or Formosa. But like I said, the video did mention Formosa in it.
Why do you look back? You're too passionate.
Listen, Twit longer was a mistake. Twit longer and making tweets longer than 160 letters or whatever was a mistake. Stuff like this, I can't do. I can't read long paragraphs like this. My brain just doesn't work that way. But when it's broken up into 160 character tweets, I can tolerate it. Oh gosh, this is so...
I've never been the type to defend billion-dollar companies. I was really disappointed with Genshin after Sumeru. What made it even worse was the fact that I felt guilty at the time for making a wage off a game and its content that couldn't even pay its own voice actors. Okay, so he went after Genshin because they weren't paying their voice actors. I felt obligated to cover the incident and drive attention to it, hoping that more attention would at least get answers or a solution. And I feel like that's a noble thing to do. Is that not a noble thing to do? It's like, hey, these Genshin...
Okay, so wait. At the time I went on and more people found issue with my video, I began to worry if I had taken it too far. I looked towards content creators I looked up to in the community to see their takes on the matter and to see if I was going too hard at Hoyoverse. As I scrolled through creators I respected, I looked up Atsu to see his take on the matter. That's when I realized I couldn't look up to Atsu.
Voice actors aren't getting paid. I want to talk about it. I don't think that that's an evil thing to do. So I made tweets and eventually a video explaining the situation. These tweets are mainly...
I thought it was odd and maybe an issue with my account, so I jumped on Alt and looked him up only to see it worked perfectly fine. So I went back to this account and typed his full Twitter and realized I was blocked. I was confused immediately, as I didn't recall doing anything directly to him or any of his friends. As usual, I assumed maybe the block had happened due to dreams.
Directed at Genshin and Hoyoverse. Was when the news first broke.
I'm realizing I don't know.
Was not mentioned. I had no idea of his existence.
Content creator drama.
Formosa, I don't know what Formosa is.
Also, Sam, I have no fucking clue what Formosa is.
Oh, it's a company that pays voice actors. Okay. When they're running on, responding positively to sharing it. For the most part, people responded positively to the video, sharing it. Proof shown in Atsu's tweet saying people are eating it up. But there was definitely a decent handful of people telling me I was spreading misinformation by involving Hoyoverse at all, as Formosa was the one to blame.
Sorry, I just saw a tweet. Content creators, stop airing your personal beef on the internet challenge. Impossible. Like, we went from Genshin pulls to atsu to tectone to security cameras. I promise you, no one needs to know. Duke it out on the streets or in court. Thank you very much. Tectone getting away from his actual bad shit because of Atsu being a piece of shit himself is not on my bingo list. But this is... Wait. I need a meme of someone running, but like someone else. I don't know. Atsu running. No, not Atsu. Tectone running away from people. Tectone getting away from his actual bad shit. I don't know. That's not the right meme. I was thinking of a meme where it's like someone running and then someone else who is running after them being distracted. But no. Tectone falsely accused Soul of abuse and Kabuki of pedophilia. Nah, mate, stop dick riding him. This man deserves to have his career ended just as much, if not more, than Atsu does. This is insane. We truly moved from some mild Atsu versus Brock's drama to enviosity versus Tectone to Tectone's ex-wife versus Tectone. All of this because Genshin fans got 3 wishes. It's like a genie. 3 wishes. Wishes. I didn't say wish. Oh my fucking god, oh my fucking, why are these grown-ass Genshin content creator adults with jobs beefing like fucking middle schoolers over stupid inconsequential shit like miscommunications and they were mean to me once, preteen type-ass discourse. I gotta actually I wanna retweet that later. I cannot tell you how good I feel after 3.5 years. All the people who have made my life a living hell and exposed themselves back to back to back. Finally, I feel what is something close to closure. Maybe I'll stop being a little petty bitch now. I don't think that'll happen. I'm so fucking happy I can't express it. Thank you to everyone who have had my... I don't think... So wait, I don't understand. Aspen Gold stream. Okay, Aspen Gold. Oh, does it not have the stream up anymore? Damn. Okay. Why do people not keep their streams out? Just let me... Oh. Okay. Where do we actually get to... Oh. Oh boy. Okay, here's the screenshots I was looking for.
Conversation. Same thing with the whole Tectone thing. I know most of these people are from Tectone's community anyway, so it is what it is. So,
I mean, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna say
Let us-
anything.
let us begin. Right. Where do we begin?
Shoe up.
Right, this is the document. So Braxophone today made a document a twit longer about me.
Okay, wait. I just want to see how long this is. Like, I need to see how long this is because this is insane. People writing this much about a situation like this is insane to me. I can't even write this much about, like, a passion project that I, like, oh my god. Hey, dude, can we chat? What's up? I started posting on the alt about normalizing and not needing to be friends with everyone in space, and I think that's fair. Nobody should feel like they need to be anyone's friends, and I think faking it can be pretty bad. I want to ask, though, is there something I did? Maybe I'm just heavily misreading stuff, but I've really sort of felt like you might be avoiding interacting with me, and if that's the case, I just want to know if there's something I did that you don't... something I did that you didn't like. Again, I don't really think everyone needs to be friends. I would like to at least not be on bad terms with people, though. I don't consider it to be a bad terms with you, but I do keep you at arm's length simply because I don't really know you that well. And I found it a bit uncomfortable how eager you came across in trying to befriend me. It almost felt forced. So post NYC and even post LA, certain tweets and actions I saw over time continued to reaffirm to me that it was probably indeed in my best interest to keep you at arm's length. While I'd like to elaborate more, I can't say in good faith that I trust you or to respect certain degrees of privacy or to keep things truly confidential. I don't think you're a bad person, but I also don't think I can really vibe with you on a friend level. Thanks for the honesty. I'm pretty awkward, and I haven't really gotten used to the parasocial stuff, moving from knowing of people online to meeting them in person. Okay. 18 pages. Sorry, I got distracted by... I'm gonna watch him read this.
Put on slow. I guess we can put on slow maybe 2.
Yes.
Maybe 3. Anyway, if you have genuine questions, I will be getting to those after we read through the document.
I'm so
anyway,
happy.
Let us go through this.
Oh, that's 2 times.
All right, so as I can already see, a lot of people in the chat are either saying rat or snake or you suck, and that's totally okay. You guys are allowed to hold that opinion, especially after this document, which paints me in this light. And I can understand somewhat from where Brax is coming from, but let's take a look. Hey, aren't you busy? I just got home. All right. TLDR, Atsu hates me, I don't know why. TLDR, Atsu spreads hate of me to other creators and industry professionals, I don't know why. TLDR, Atsu uses people to climb the social ladder while calling everyone who's not in his circle ladder climbers. TLDR, Atsu is coming after me and my friends in the open now, and I'm tired of it. I just want to be left alone and not have my career tampered with. Now, on this last one, I would like to make clear that I did indeed subtweet Braxophone because my suspicions were Braxophone was Tectone's source. And I will give you guys why I thought that. And we'll see. And if he isn't the source, then I apologize. So he says, I was subtweeted yesterday. I found out on stream from a viewer since I'm blocked and I'm not able to see his tweets about a grudge, which is absolutely crazy because I let this blow over for a long time and I was really just letting it go. I haven't spoken to Atsu in over a year and I don't remember the last time I talked about Atsu. And I've never gone public about my experience either. I believe it's within the last 1 year, Braxophone has gone through multiple avenues to try to get to me, to try and have other people speak on his behalf. And I think everyone's already seen the DMs, so I told him straight up that I don't want to be his friend. I don't like his vibe. And I think it was pretty clear that I don't want to be his friend. So, he says, I kept quiet about this for a long time for a few reasons.
And I agree that he doesn't have to be friends with, like, anybody. I don't know. I'm very biased in this. I'm very biased because there are certain content creators I really don't like, and there's some that I don't... that are tolerable. Let's just watch.
I don't like stirring up drama when something involves me, of course. I'm going to respond to it if it's a big misconception or something like that, but most of the time, I leave it alone. Watching other people's drama is fun sometimes, but ultimately it's only fun if it's not a really big deal, and both parties can walk away from it at the end of the day. This is not something that I think will go away quickly, and not without repercussions for both me and Atsu. I'm scared of what will happen to me for coming out with this information. Bridges have been burned without my knowing due to things that Atsu has said about me that are out of my control. I worried that I might just be straight up wrong. Maybe I was wrong about all of it, and it was just a huge coincidence. After yesterday, I'm 100% sure I was right. But would you elaborate more about not wanting to be? We will get into that. We will get into that. So, in this Twit longer, I'm going to compile all of the things that have happened to me as a result of Atsu and his influence over the Genshin content space. I will not touch on other creators' experiences, and I don't believe it's in my right to tell the stories, and I want to respect other victims' decisions by not going public. But I can confirm that there are others who have had similar experiences, showing patterns in this behavior. Ladder climbing, manipulation, weaponizing audiences, gatekeeping, and more. Bridges burned before I even knew they were open. Content creators warned about me that I never even spoke to or about. How even Tectone was warned about me. Tectone, the guy who the entire Genshin community consistently rallies against, was warned about me. And yet he was the only one who made an actual effort to be my friend and get to know me. I understand that a lot of these scenarios may end up having vague details. As I stated before, I want to tell my story without implicating anybody who doesn't want to be a part of it. And we already know that was not the case. So here's my story from start to finish. I want to say we already know that was not the case is in the sense that he did not avoid it, not implicating people who didn't want to be involved. So here's my story from start to finish. When I first met Atsu, it was Anime NYC, the year after I started making content on Genshin Impact. He was very kind to me, offered to take a picture. At this point, I struggled a lot with communication and social anxiety thanks to COVID isolation, compounding on my already sparse social skills. Around the time Genshin blew up, I had transferred schools. Since everything was online, I wasn't used to actually talking to people. So my interactions with new people were pretty awkward, but nothing awful, just a lot of awkward small talk. I walked away from that interaction feeling pretty okay with it because Atsu made it feel normal, so I thought we were good. Naturally, I asked for the photo, posted on Twitter, and that was it. I thought we were in good terms. Now, from his perspective, I think that's totally fine. From my perspective, there was basically like a fan meet at the Javits Center, right? And then during that time, he and 4 cosplayers, I want to say, walked up to us. I think the people were me, Jake, and Dawn. This is the first time I've met Jake and Dawn as well. And he spoke to me, like just one-to-one, as if we were friends. So that was a bit weird to me, and this is the first time I've been in America as a content creator, so I wasn't sure if he was like a fan or if he was another content creator until he brought it up. And then, well, he introduced himself, and then in my mind I was like, I don't know this person, but we had the conversation, and it was fine. He asked for a photo, we took a photo, and then I sent it to him later on Twitter, in DMs. I know a lot of people are being like, so narcissistic. He just wanted to get to know you. There are a lot of spammers in here. But guys, we're going to go through this chronologically. So for those of you who have genuine questions, please understand that I'm going to go through this chronologically. We have many people who dislike me in here who are going ham right now. Spammers, it's fine if you time out spammers, but anyone with actual questions or actual wants to have discourse, they are more than welcome to be in the chat. Anyway, so he thought we were on good terms. And then I mentioned this in my Twit longer, is my big mistake was following him back on Twitter. Because a lot of people think that if you follow each other on Twitter, you are friends. Anyway, I followed him back on Twitter so I could DM him the picture. I sent him the picture, and then is this gap. I don't think I spoke to him again until Anime Expo 2022. In the time between the 2 conventions, he had held some collaborations with other creators, but I just kind of assumed I was too small to join, because as a smaller creator, I assumed bigger creators wouldn't talk to you unless you had numbers. He seemed oddly avoidant at the convention itself, though, avoiding spaces I was at and eye contact. Eventually, I went to speak with him because I thought it was probably all in my head, and I just want to make friends and get to know the people working the space with me. Again, social anxiety was still bad because as a YouTuber and introvert, I never leave my house. This is where I assume things for him got weird, because honestly, I don't know what I did. And in fairness for him, I never did tell him what he did. Or rather, during this period, between 2021 and 2022, after I followed him on Twitter, I already put this in my Twit longer, is he would incessantly talk about numbers, growth, just content. And that's understandable as a content creator. But that's not something I'm personally interested in. Like, I don't want to be around that kind of person. And then, this sentence here, he had held some collaborations with other creators, but I just kind of assumed I was too small to join in because as a smaller creator, I assumed bigger creators wouldn't talk to you unless you had numbers. This is one of the things that, after our first interaction and the way I saw him tweet, and I know people in the chat are going to be unhappy when I say this, but as a creator, I don't believe anyone is entitled to your time or your friendship. I don't think anyone is entitled to your time or your friendship. So this statement here, like, why does he assume I was collab with him regardless of his size? This is not something that I am too fond of, but we'll continue. We'll continue. And then, Anime Expo was the next time we met. I remember he was, because Braxophone is very, very, very tall. He's very, very...
Wait, I'm not... I don't want to try and go back to find it, but did he say that he had some... Never mind. I'm just going to keep...
Very, very tall. And he was wearing, I believe it was a Tartaglia cosplay. Okay. And then he says, basically, there's this voice actor who's been a terror to other voice actors. Another voiceover friend, told me that I should warn other content creators that he's been a creep and a terror to other people. So that's the topic I brought up. Looking back, big yikes for a conversation starter, but the way I saw it, I was just doing what I was told to do. As both Atsu and other creators regularly talk to the terror creep VO. Won't elaborate, because at this point, the details are no longer mine to share. I think he has the timeline a bit mixed up here. So the first time I saw Braxophone at Anime Expo was during like this Genshin stage, and he was dressed up as Tartaglia. The second time I met Braxophone was at Anime Expo, where he was at the party with a voice actress. And first thing he does at that party, he comes up to me and he says, XXX person is a sexual predator. And okay, as he says, looking back, big yikes for a conversation. So it's just very, very bizarre thing to say to me. Now, the crazy thing when you guys are saying proof is it's literally written here. So
all these people who are saying proof, he's literally written it here. Basically, there's this voice actor who's been a terror to other voice actors. Another VO friend told me that I should warn other content creators that he's been a creep and a terror to other people. Honestly, if you don't actually written it here, of course he's not going to use harsher words, but guys, when you see creep and terror, what do you think he's alluding to? I remember what he said to me because it's like a whiplash moment. Anyway, admittedly, as he says, looking back, big yikes for a conversation starter. But the way I saw it, I was just doing what I was told to do. As both actors and other creators regularly talk to the terror creep VO. Won't elaborate because at this point the details are no longer mine to share. Anyway, I think some people in the chat are starting to realize that we have certain kinds of viewers in here who aren't even listening, which is fine. That's fine, guys. You know, that's fine. Of course, there's going to be a bunch of people who are angry. There's 2 large content creators who are trying to put my ass. So naturally, their viewers are going to come my way. But we've already seen here. These people are like, proof. Where's the proof? No reading comprehension. This is
like, I don't know who I really like. I don't really side with anybody, but this chat is insane, and the fact that people, like, the names I'm seeing in there is, like, obviously Tectone, and all those people. Like, the fact that content creators have communities and fans that will act like that is insane to me. Please never do that in general. Like,
something Brax has written in his statement. Anyway, I think we can both agree here, both myself and Brax, that was a very weird way to open the conversation. Anyway, the conversation was very short and we both went about our days on issue. When there was an issue, however, was during one of the nights of AX at a party. At this point, I'd become good friends with Jenny Okabori, and she invited me to go with her to meet some more of her friends, and I'm excited to go. I don't think she wants to be wrapped up in all this at all, so I'm not going to at her or anything, but you might see her in a couple photos later. Essentially, the entire Atsu Genshin clique was there. Before I go on, I was completely unaware at this point that people were avoiding me. I thought it might be possible, but I'm also hyper aware of my social anxiety, and most people I've spoken to are just fine talking to me. Anyways, I tried to talk with the Genshin creator folks since that's the crowd I fit best with at the party, and most of them were fine talking with me.
You see, the thing is, too, with me trying to be unbiased, I relate a lot to what's being talked about with the anxiety, and also with the weird conversation starters, because there's me who will jump into people's DMs and be like, hey, blah, 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 and, like, random topics, just spewing something random. And, because I like making friends that way. I'm weird. If you can't handle the weirdness, then we shouldn't interact, we shouldn't be friends. So I feel for him there. Like, I feel iffy about how Atsu responded to not only him wanting to be friends, but, like, how I feel weird about that. That makes me feel weird. Don't know how to explain that.
Atsu kept avoiding talking to me or being near me. Well, that's because the first thing he did was come up to me and accuse someone of being a sexual predator. So that was just very weird, and I didn't really want to stay around that. I want to point out that Joshua and Dish were both incredibly kind and fun to talk to. I didn't feel judged or anything by them. I felt some weird tension with the others, but maybe I was just bad at reading things. I can't really speak on this because that's between him and them. But for me, you know, if the first thing you say to someone and you're not like friends with them is this person is a sexual predator, it's you know, it's just such a strange thing to start with, and it is what it is. Anyway. At one point, everyone wanted to go and get a picture together, and I assumed I wasn't a part of it, but Dish invited me to join them for photos. I look like an actual skinwalker in them, but here's the photo. You won't find this on the internet because as far as I know, no one used it. Maybe I'm wrong though. So, in this instance, to me, and as far as I'm aware to others, we were going to take a group photo, and Braxophone just randomly walks in. Now, his claim is that Dish invited them, or Dish invited him to join the photo, and if that's the case, then so be it, that's the case. Right, so if Dish brought him into the photo, then that's the case. I don't know whether that's true or not, because we were already posing for the photo, and then he joined in afterwards. So I don't know if Dish really brought him in, and I don't know whether that's true or not. I haven't spoken to Dish, so I don't know. Anyway, moving on. Right after taking this photo, however, Atsu brought everyone back for a photo specifically without me in it, which is not true because I didn't bring people back for a photo. That was someone else, and I believe because Bao wanted to be in it as well. Bao is not in this photo right now. There's a photo that I have posted online, which literally has Bao in it. But anyway, continue on. And there's nothing wrong with wanting photos with your friends, but for someone who supposedly doesn't have an issue with me, it's very weird for them to take photos without me and post the versions that exclude me instead.
Okay, wait, is he trying to say that that photo that the photo with, like, the blue-haired person... there's so much. Is he trying to say that the photo, like, this photo with the different face on it is the same, is a different photo than this? I'm so confused.
That doesn't explain why you edited Brax out of the photo. I didn't edit Brax out of the photo. It's a different photo. It's a different photo.
Oh, so he's trying to say that's a different photo than the other one.
Anyway. Now here's where I think maybe some of the hate towards me began. I honestly don't know. You did edit him out. What do you mean? Can you guys show me? It's the same photo with him cropped out. Which one?
Oh, he put a VTuber over... Yeah, so that's the photo that...
Oh, this photo? Okay, so this photo, as you can see, Bao is literally here. Can you see the context of this tweet, guys? Oh, sorry, my face is in the way. Can you see the context of this tweet? This is all the people who are going to Conquest. And this is the only photo we have of every single person here in this photo, including Joshua as well, and Bao with her VTuber model. And as you can see, I've even edited Saki out. It's not just Brax, by the way. I edited Saki and Brax out of this photo because neither of them are going to Conquest. So I edited them both out. So for people who are like, court, or for people who are trying to take this out of context, I've literally edited Saki out as well. But like, if you don't want to acknowledge that, that's okay as well. Because Saki's a VTuber? No, because she's not going to be the guest at Conquest. Braxophone and Saki were not Conquest guests here. So obviously, I've just put Bao there because Bao is going to be a guest.
Wait, what is...
Then why use this pic? Because it's literally a picture with all of us in.
Wait, I thought the toast was over Braxophone's face, but is that him? Sorry, I don't know these YouTubers that well. Yeah, I think that's him in the back. Yeah, that's him in the back. That's... Okay. Okay, I get it. I get it. I'm understanding more now. I'm getting there.
In it. In one photo. For those of you who don't know, I don't live in America, so I can't take photos with these people on a normal occasion. Edit a new picture. No, I have to emphasize, guys. I don't live in America, and I don't live with these people, so I can't take photos like this on a whim. Anyway, well, apparently some people are saying I'm lying about not living in America. Okay. Anyway, apologies. It's not a different photo. It's the same photo. My bad. Apologies. But I thought you guys were referring to something else. But as you can see, the context is literally here. This is for Conquest. And neither Saki or Brax are guessing that. And this just happens to be a nice photo where everyone is in here. So I use that photo and I put Bao in there instead. Anyway, let's continue. Now, here's why I think maybe some of the hate towards me began. I honestly don't know. There was a girl there I hadn't met who I now know as the VTuber Saki. When I introduced myself and asked who she was earlier in the day at the convention, she told me, oh, I'm nobody. The rest of the circle of Genshin creators we were in did not elaborate or explain further either at the con itself or at the party. So I assumed she was just there as a friend of another creator who just wasn't interested in talking to me. Never at any point during that party.
So the message that the tweet that was from a while... That's tweet from... what's her face? That tweet from her is about that, right? Okay. Well, I can't find it, but I did have a tweet before that was that she was saying that she said I'm a nobody. So I understand. I get it now. It's coming together. It's all coming together.
Now, I know this is partially my fault, even with my lacking social skills that decayed further with COVID. None of my friends had ever needed me to give the okay to post group photos. I did not think to check with everyone in the photo that they would be okay with it going up on my account. And I uploaded it uncensored without a second thought. So for a brief couple hours, Saki's face was on the internet, and I got a few panic DMs asking me to take it down. I took it down as soon as I saw them because I wanted to respect her privacy, and I didn't even re-upload the photo so people would remember it and put things together. To this day, I'm still at a loss of how anyone could hold a grudge against me for that, considering that she never told me who she was or that she was a VTuber. But from the lens of you should have asked to post the photo first, I can understand the frustration. But that's okay, it was a one-time thing and it got fixed quickly, no big deal. That's basically my last real interaction with Atsu and the entire group. Here's why I learned that I wasn't reading into things too much, just asking directly. So going back to the Saki thing, this was very stressful when it happened. And he ended up leaking Saki's face. He did delete it, and then he did apologize after Saki asked him to take it down. And that was all well and good. But then his apology rubbed people the wrong way. He's like, I don't share demographic, or I don't have a big overlap with Toronto, so it's not that big of a deal. And even here, he says, no big deal. Now, I got heated when I read this, because I remember how stressful of a situation that was. And I think anyone who watches VTubers knows this, if someone posts your face on the internet, for a VTuber, it's a horrible, horrible, horrible experience. You know, it's just not pleasant. So, like, for him to minimize that was just extremely cringe. It was just extremely cringe. And yes, he didn't know Saki was a VTuber. The fact that he brought up Toronto, though, in his apology, means that he knew Saki as Jake's girlfriend at the time? Question mark. Anyway, that was in my opinion, that was pretty cringe. And then that's basically my last real interaction with Atsu and the entire group. Here's why I learned that I wasn't reading into things too much. I just asked him directly. And he sent me a DM September 3rd, 2022. Hey, what's up? I saw your post on the alt about normalizing not needing to be friends with everyone in the space. I think that's fair. Nobody should feel like they need to be anyone's friends, and I think faking it can be pretty bad. I wanted to ask though, is there something I did? Maybe I'm just heavily misreading stuff, but I really sort of felt like you might be avoiding interacting with me. And if that's the case, I just want to know if there's something I did. Wait. Something I did that you didn't like. Again, I don't really think everyone needs to be friends. I would like to at least not be on bad terms with people though. And I responded and I said, hey Brax, I don't consider to be on bad terms with you, but I do keep you at arm's length simply because I don't really know you that well, and I found it a bit uncomfortable how eager you came across in trying to befriend me. It almost felt forceful. Post NYC and even post LA, certain tweets and actions I saw over time continue to reaffirm to me that it was probably indeed in my best interest to keep you at arm's length. While I would like to elaborate more, I can't say in good faith that I trust you to respect certain degrees of privacy or to keep things truly confidential. I don't think you're a bad person, but I also don't think I can really vibe with you on a friend level. And he says, thanks for the honesty. And he said, I'm pretty awkward, I haven't really got used to the parasocial stuff. Moving from knowing of people online to meeting them in person is not something I'm good at, and I apologize for making you uncomfortable. Generally, I want to at least be on good terms with everyone if it helps you feel better about our past interactions. I'm not trying to clout chase or anything like that. That would be far from the best thing for me, my community, or you. I was just pretty excited to meet other creators. I really enjoy being friends with most of the creators I know. I think it would be super fun to be friends with a lot of creators I don't talk too much. But as I said, I'm pretty awkward, so I get that I don't give off a good vibe. Anyways, thanks again for the honesty, and I respect that decision. If you ever do want to chat, don't be a stranger though, no hard feelings. Okay, so Brax asked me directly, so I gave him a direct response. And I think I pretty much spoke how I felt. As I said here, I do keep you at arm's length, so he knows I keep him at arm's length, and it's because I don't really know him that well, and I found it uncomfortable how keen he was in trying to befriend me. As I said, it almost felt forceful. Post NYC and even post LA, certain tweets, which I addressed earlier in my tweet longer, or not my tweet longer, in my tweet, certain tweets and actions I saw over time continue to reaffirm to me that it's probably indeed in my best interest to keep you at arm's length. And for me, as I mentioned,
I find it funny how people in the chat are like, bro, shut up, like, close the tab. Like, he's streaming, he's not gonna shut up, but just close your fucking tab.
I don't really want to be around people who are always talking about numbers, who are talking about growth, who are talking about money. This kind of stuff is a big turn-off for me. And then I said, while I would like to elaborate more, I can't say in good faith I trust you to respect certain degrees of privacy or to keep things truly confidential. And this stems partially from, again, like the first thing he says to me is like he starts talking about this person he knows who is a sexual offender, or not sexual offender, sexual predator. So, you know, he did not give me the vibe that he can have a confidential conversation. So I didn't really want to go too much into depth. And the other thing is, I don't think you're a bad person, because I understood he was telling me those kind of things for my sake, right? But I also felt that I can't really vibe with him on a friend level, because it's just such a huge jump from point A to point B. And again, a lot of people seem to be unhappy that I just didn't want to be Braxophone's friend. I see people, again, asking me, why not tell him that? I did tell him that I don't want to be his friend. I want to keep him at arm's length. I think it's pretty evident here that I got off my chest what I wanted to say to him. You didn't tell him why. I literally said, while I would like to elaborate more, I can't say in good faith that I trust you to respect certain degrees of privacy or to keep things truly confidential. I don't think you're a bad person, but I also don't think I can really vibe with you on a friend level. Actually, you can't say that because it messes with their mental health. I understand that now. I understand that. That really messed him up. That really messed him up. But, like, I can't just be his friend because I feel sorry for him. I can't just suddenly make myself be his friend because he says he's socially awkward. And I feel like this is very fair that if you don't want to be friends with someone, you don't have to be friends with them. But we'll get to the other point where many people are talking about. And again, I will reiterate this for the chat. If you want to talk about another part of this discussion, please do wait till we get to that point. Please do wait till we get to that point, because I'm going to go through this chronologically. Anyway, that was me setting my boundary.
We're still
now,
not halfway
in my eyes,
through.
I feel like this made it very clear that I don't want to interact with him. I feel like anyone who will receive this response would realize, okay, he doesn't want to talk to me, and just leave it there. So I thought he was done with thanks for the honesty, and then he wrote all of this, which is fine. He was explaining his situation. I'm pretty awkward. I'm really going to use the parasocial stuff. Moving from knowing of people online to meeting them in person, not something I'm good at, and I apologize for making you uncomfortable, which is fine. Like, I accepted the apology, it's fine. Generally, I want to at least be on good terms with everyone, and if it helps you feel better about our past interactions, I'm not trying to clout chase or anything like that. That'll be far from the best thing for me, my community, or you. I was pretty excited to meet other creators. I really enjoy being friends with most of the creators I know. I think it'll be super fun to be friends with a lot of creators. I don't talk too much, but as I said, I'm pretty awkward, so I get that. I don't give off a good vibe. Anyways, thanks again for the honesty, and I respect that decision. If you ever do want to chat, though, don't be a stranger, though. No hard feelings. So, okay. I have to ask. I know a lot of people are saying, you rat, you snake, but give me this, guys. Give me this answer, and I want you guys to be honest, all right? And if it's abusively honest, it's still honest. I want to hear from the chat. I want to hear from the chat. If I sent you this response, would you assume that I still want to be your friend and I still want to talk to you? Please be honest with me on that. No, right? Okay, no. And also be honest with me, even my own viewers. Do you guys think my response was harsh? Do you guys think my response was harsh? Because at the very least, I wanted to be honest with him, and I wanted to be...
He was being honest. He doesn't have to be friends with everybody, but I feel like there's more to this story. So let's keep watching.
Because he asked me up front, and it's very scary to confront someone about something like this. So I just wanted to give him as blunt, as honest an answer as possible, right? And I felt like I don't want to word it to a point where it's like, frick you, Brax, never ever talk to me again, just leave me alone forever, right? I wanted it to be in a polite manner, so that's the response I could give him.
Did you ever speak with Hoyoverse staff about Brax?
About Brax's phone?
Yeah.
Yes, because when he DM'd me about that contract stuff.
Okay, it's all coming together. He didn't like Braxophone, but there wasn't really a reason for him not to. And then he talked to Hoyoverse, his contacts at Hoyoverse, about Brax. Sorry.
What did Brock say? At Asian Guy Stream plays me what I did wrong.
I need to see the Asmongold stream of it. I need it. Is it somewhere? Is it on his thing? Oh dear. We're not going to be sitting here for however many hours. We're not. It's just, is this still a document? Sorry. I want to see the Asmongold stuff because I think that would Explain more. Should I do a video on this? I'll keep...
Obviously, he and I had already discussed some sensitive, well, I don't know sensitive, but like some wild things regarding the other voice actor. So it's a difficult position for me because, one, I know he wanted to do that to help me, but two, it's not like, is it really his place to speak? Because he doesn't know whether that accusation is true that he gave to me. I don't know if it's true. So for me, it was just, that's, for me, and I don't want to say red flag because I know people are going to twist it, but I felt like that was not good. And again, both he and I agree that was a big yikes moment. Anyway, you guys can go back to shitting on me now. Memes aside, you guys can go back to shitting on me now, but I appreciate people honest with how they would respond to what I said, right? Like, I'm pretty sure this made it very clear I don't want to talk to him, and I am indeed keeping him at arm's length. And then he says, so basically, I'm not on bad terms with you, but I don't want to be friends with you, and I can't tell you why because I don't trust you. That's not what I said verbatim, but that is kind of the vibe, and he's not wrong about that. Like, I'm not on bad terms with Brax at this point, but I don't want to be friends with him. I did tell him, and I didn't give him specifics, but I told him I've already seen tweets and actions from you, and that has just led me to not trust you. So he says, where the hell did that come from? And I guess back then he didn't really think about our prior interactions, which is understandable. That's fine. That's fine. He says, I really do appreciate the honesty about it, but why can't you trust me? Well, I just explained that. For the record, I don't think that it's weird to be like, I don't know you that well, and I can respect it if you just don't like my vibe, even though I'm a believer in giving people an honest chance rather than letting 5 minute or less rush public first impressions mean everything. But where did this trusting come from? So I touched on it briefly in my response to him, but obviously, because I didn't trust him, I didn't really want to elaborate too much. So whatever you look at it, in my eyes, guys, it's just a lose-lose situation, okay? Like, he thought we are friends. I did not see him as a friend. All our interaction was after Anime NYC was, he came up to me, he talked to me. It was a bit uncomfortable for me because he was talking to me as if he knew me and we were friends. We took a photo, I sent him the photo, that was it. And I followed him back on Twitter. And then I didn't like the things he was tweeting. So for me, when that happens, I just switch off from that person. And I don't feel like I'm obligated to go out of my way to go to someone I don't know well and be like, hey, your tweets stink. You know, if anything, if that happens, I would just either block or mute them. Sorry, victim blaming. So you're a victim now? No, this is not really a matter of...
He has the Aspen Gold thing. Alright, let's go. I'm jumping... This is ADHD analysis of the whole situation. If you don't have ADHD, it's gonna be hard
all
for you
he
to
does
follow.
is guides. And all of a sudden, this massive bombshell of a Google document just got released by Brexit. So, before we begin, before we dive into it, right?
Okay, this is him.
Yo, trash sushi.
I want to let you know, there is not a single soul above room temperature IQ who actually thinks you're a bad guy.
Mm.
And I need you to know that.
I appreciate that. So my roommate's been helping me a lot with the social media stuff. I've been kind of staying off Twitter.
Yeah.
But she'll just be like, hey, look, this person said a nice thing. Hey, look, this person said a nice thing. So I've been away from the negativity of it. Mostly, I've just been kind of watching your stream all morning, to be honest.
Oh, yeah.
So I knew that MTash was going to message me.
Yeah, 100%.
So here's the thing.
Yeah.
Just a lot of banter.
Very, very large influence of pretty much what anybody can say or do. He's kind of in control of a lot of the relationships. He has a lot of very tight-knit friends with a lot of the largest CCs in Genshin Impact. And essentially, a lot of people came forth with their stories about Atsu going behind. Having drama with a smaller creator usually means
It's
you're
not
going to lose
beneficial.
subscribers.
Yeah.
Yeah, but having drama with a bigger content
His
creator
beard is so magnificent.
So
My
basically,
God.
this goose guy
It's so magnificent.
is getting subtweeted by Atsu, and he's your roommate at the time?
He was my roommate at the time.
Yo,
And
yo, I'm
then
doing
after that,
Okay, I'm gonna leave up this video because I want to watch the other one. I'm running to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Okay. Here, keep
I am
watching.
the victim or Brax is the victim here. This is what I'm trying to emphasize here, is our initial falling out was caused by this misunderstanding that Brax thought he could befriend me, or I was already his friend, and I did not see him as a friend. So when he asked me, I straight up told him that we're not friends. And he asked me directly, which, again, it's scary to ask someone that, so I appreciate that he asked me directly. So I responded to him, honestly, and I told him, we're not friends. Anyway, obviously he couldn't work out why, right? He couldn't work out why I don't trust him. And I guess that was something that really fucked him up. So for that, I do apologize. Like, I apologize if my distrust in you, like, fucked you up. But at the same time, I hope he understands, if he's watching this, that at this point, there have been many instances that just made me feel like I can't trust this person. And in general, you don't really trust strangers or people you don't know. And I personally feel like that is just normal. And I know a lot of people in the creator space, or like the audience right now, think that, well, everyone should still be friends. Everyone can be friends. Or you're a snake for not being his friend. And all I can say to that is, I just disagree with that. So why didn't you trust him? Because you guys never told him Saki was a VTuber, and you're all content creators at a convention. You knew he was a creator, so... But this is something I think... Well, I don't want to bring Saki into this anymore, so... I did not know he was initially in the photo. He's literally standing behind me, by the way, guys. I'm at the front. I was already posing, and then I see the photo was taken, and Brax is in there. I did not realize that he was in the photo. Saki did not realize he was in the photo, and then the photo was already taken. We didn't know Dish invited him to join the photo. I've already touched on that, but we're going all the way back now to something we've already covered. All right, let's continue. Atsu, like, you haven't really shown any concrete examples of things you didn't like beyond your initial meeting. Well, they're his tweets. Fiddy, like, they're his tweets from when I was following him back then. Which tweets? These are the tweets, like, let me give you the generic... okay. Let me give you the statement I gave earlier. When someone tweets a lot about numbers, someone tweets a lot about growth, someone tweets a lot about this content creation stuff, which, again, I said in my tweet, my own tweet, it's totally okay for content creators to want to grow.
So let's see this. I want to put this on. I'll do 1.5 speed. I won't do 2.
He makes like Goose makes a video. Atsu reacts to this video, and he says that basically Goose is an idiot and that you put him up to making the video.
Yep. And there was no basis. There was baseless.
He's literally Jesus.
And then
looks like it. Genuinely. Yo, Papa,
so where's the link to the video that he says that you put him up to it? Because I'm trying to find it regarding the drama. Is this the video here?
That's a very long one. That's an Asian guy's one. The original video is Goose Egg's YouTube, but that is a video that talks about all of that. That's an old one. That's an old one.
Yeah, I just want to see where exactly he said that like tectone like actually affected the video, right? Because like that's a pretty big accusation.
Of course.
Do we have that?
If anybody has a YouTube link to where he pivots from it being about
Chat.
Goose to it being
Chat,
about
wake up,
you
chat.
guys go find a clip of that real quick and man. You
Link.
can take as much time as you need. But yeah, if you have that, send it to me. But yeah, I mean,
Villagers.
he was my homie. He didn't really know how to live with the guilt.
Does anyone have a link?
Yeah, he got into some very dark habits.
Woke.
He was
What,
staying in
daddy?
the room for 3
I want a
days at
link.
time, completely in the dark, and then some.
And this
nerd
was
got
after the Atsu video?
6 a.m.
Yeah, this was caused by the Atsu video. Yes.
Okay.
What do you want? The link where I don't even know.
Did he try to defend himself or anything like that afterwards? Because he says right here, are you happy that you caused me and Tectone? How'd you and Goose have a falling out?
Bitch.
Do you want to talk about that or no?
Bitch.
He became a husk of who he formerly was.
Okay.
He started doing just irrational shit and became pretty much a husk of the former man that he was.
So like mind fucked him.
Yes.
Okay.
And he went live on stream, completely unaware of his actions, and he leaked our address on stream. Now, this was around the time where I was getting a lot of death threats and people, already coming to my house. And then at this point, I realized I need to make a security system. I asked him to help me pay for the security system, and because he leaked my address, and he couldn't do it. And it was just very rough.
Yeah, I'd have kicked him out too. No, you made the right call, definitely. I'd have kicked his ass out too, absolutely. So as Tectone, so then after that, like, what happened to Goose?
He went home. He's received a lot of therapy.
This is a true neutral, guys.
And as far as
Sorry,
I know, he's doing
lawful neutral. By the law.
And so
the
all
lawful
of this
neutral.
happened.
Is that you don't?
And
Nope.
Make me say, lost all my
Lawful
whole
neutral.
relations, all my content
Lawful
friends,
neutral.
lost my career, lost my mental health, just because one guy in his community.
Yeah, because Goose had like maybe like 100,
Lawful.
150 viewers.
Oh,
and now
fine.
everyone thinks Goose is just
Make fun of my English. Make fun of it, right?
completely ruined his
Yeah,
reputation.
fucking
Right.
shit.
Another big issue, which is Atsu used another content creator called Dreamy to lead people to believe that I caused drama in every single community.
Imagine if you watch my video.
But in reality, I haven't.
So
Please watch my video.
So Dreamy said this? Dreamy said that you caused drama?
Atsu uses the Dreamy incident in art.
Imagine if Esmond go watch my video. Oh my god, that would be absolutely fucking insane.
Drama in Skylanders alone.
I'll screenshot this and frame it on my page.
Heroes.
Oh my god, I'm such a simp. I'm such a fanboy. I'm such a fanboy. Oh my fucking god.
Communities I've never had an issue with, but the first one that I had was Arknights, and this one was caused by Dreamy. And like even now, I can't even say that without people typing cat, which is insane. I got another video 2 days ago about Dreamy was outed as being a piece of shit and starting issues with everyone, as well as lying about me. They were claiming that I was gaslighting, manipulating in the DMs. When really all of our DMs was actually me helping them with their channel. So essentially, people.
Well, and did you show those DMs?
Yes, I did.
And you can't delete Twitter DMs.
These are Discord DMs. These are very old.
Okay. So you could technically have.
But this is DMs from 3-4 years ago.
Right. Yeah, I understand. And if it was edited, I'm assuming that they weren't.
I'm just nobody. Nobody knows my existence.
And if you ever want to see those, there's still video. Yo, boys, we got the video.
17,000 viewers in 30 minutes. This guy's an absolute fucking monster. This guy's an absolute fucking monster. Oh my fucking god. Kabillionaire, guys. Genuine kabillionaire.
So then there's another one. Amy Chicken. Is that the name?
Yeah.
What's this? Says I've had similar experience. So this is another girl that had a really bad experience with Atsu.
Yeah. Also, the clip that I linked to is way too dank. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of lost my cool because it was kind of a, somebody admits that they fucked me 3.5 years ago, and I've been living with a bad reputation ever since.
Okay.
So just
all right. I'll watch it right now.
Yeah, it's at around 135, 126, or around 126 if you want to watch the full.
Okay, I'm gonna just start at 125 then.
Sure.
That
he caused me bad PR forever. How do you think that made him feel when he went against my wishes, when it was just about him and you made it about me controlling him? Do you know how disgusting that is?
And truth be told, I thought you encouraged him to do so.
And imagine that, you fucking retard!
So whenever you say, whenever this guy said, I imagine you encouraged him to do so, is he talking about the video that Goose made?
Yeah, he's...
Okay.
yikes on the fact that he just used a fucking slur.
It was
but...
insinuating and also presenting it as objective truth that I manipulated my roommate into making that video.
Okay, all right.
And that's why he pivoted to make it about me.
All right, I'll finish it.
Yeah. Do you know how disgusting that is? Sorry,
And
the R word.
truth be told, I thought you encouraged him to do so.
And imagine that, you fucking retard! 3 years, you fucking admit it! And that's the problem! 3 years! There's people who get that I'm right, and there's people who don't get that I'm right yet.
All right.
Oh my fucking god.
So basically, why did... So I want to go back to this Goose situation, because, like, I'm not entirely sure I'm understanding this. So, Atsu, why did Goose make the video about Atsu again?
He was subtweeting him on Twitter.
How does he know that he was subtweeting him? How did Goose know that?
That's a very good question. To be honest, I can't answer that with certainty. Boys, if you watch the video, does he quote the tweet that he was being subtweeted by? Do we have that? Do we have that quote? It should be in the video. He does pull up the video. Let me see. If anybody can find it, Atsu literally said it. Apparently, Atsu also admitted it. But yeah, if you guys
because that's the thing. It's like if Atsu responded and said, "Yeah, it was about you," then like, okay, then there it is, right? But like, I just don't know. Is there like hard evidence that like it was actually about him, or did he just take it that way?
I would like to say that it is 100% he was intending to subtweet Goose.
Right.
But, you know, I mean, let me see if I can get you some proof here. Because I don't want you to have to take my word for anything.
Yeah, no, I
really don't.
Because to me, like, I want to have it down, bro. I want to have it in writing. I want to see it for a fact.
Literal Jesus, guys.
Motherfucker got rickrolled. Yeah,
literal Jesus, guys. Oh my god, so fucking
showcase.
Okay.
Oh, here we go.
I want to watch
this camera is so fucking clean. I can't.
One of his closest friends also admitted that he does heavily influence their decisions, which is the Twitter post here.
Where did Dish say that?
I linked you.
Americans look so old. Like, respectfully, this dude here is 21 years old. This is 21 years old, guys. What the fuck? That's crazy.
The clips of Atsu talking shit.
Yeah. Like, where's the links of that?
We don't use lotion.
I suppose probably.
And neither do I. I don't use lotion, guys. Agent G's too.
It's not so much about Atsu talking shit. It's more about Atsu going behind the scenes and preventing creators from getting opportunities that they would have otherwise received.
So how do we know that happened?
How do we know that Envy, or not Envy? How do we know that
Atsu Agent DLC? Absolutely. Anyway, we don't know what to do.
Because about a lot of people have come forward in the past 5 hours, all corroborating the same story.
And what is that story explicitly?
The story is that
they just got perfect skin, but yeah, I really want to
receive.
Okay, imagine
we're
that
not allowed to communicate with
a full ass
person due to a
like
vague source or
a Kratos beard,
which is also corroborated in Braxophone's post as well.
So, and if you look at Braxophone's post here, let me see if I can find it again.
Oh, and even Dish, who's one of his closest friends, also admitted that he does heavily influence their decisions, which is the Twitter post here.
Where did Dish say that?
I linked it.
Okay.
Yep.
Wait, show the post. Show the post.
Yeah, no, I understand.
I'm so fucking tired.
It's good. I cannot speak to all the kinds of documents I'm processing it all, but I can tell you I'm very confused with Atsu's distrust of you. Unfortunately, this is when my investment stopped. I heard in passing comments here and there, never bothered to ask questions or make up my own mind. I need to apologize to you and take accountability for not paying more mind to going to divide and actually getting to know yourself. Happy to have friends in content creator space. Apathetic and concerned
if
about
Aspen Gold reacts to off my tweet right now, I'll come.
I mean, I don't think this really applies.
I'll come right now.
How does this imply that Atsu was acting as a gatekeeper, though?
Let me see if I reread it.
Yeah, because maybe I'm not understanding it.
Can you prove it?
I would argue that Dish stating at the beginning of the first paragraph saying, but I was telling you I was very confused by Atsu's distrust for you, would imply that he told Dish to not trust them.
Okay.
I don't think so, but...
Nah, she's gone. She didn't get it.
So basically what you're saying is
she's gone.
Expressing that she was confused, is this a she or he? I'm not really sure.
Also, I would like to say, if you go... There's a talk between Mtash and Atsu where Mtash literally runs this down point by point, and Atsu admits that he did that, and he also did not realize
Atsu admits that he did what? Atsu admit that he did what?
That if he has the power to mend and repair relationships, that he would also in turn have the inverse, which is destroy relationships.
Yeah, that would logically make sense, yes.
Yes.
Where does he say that he has the power to mend and repair relationships?
Boys, we have that one, right? We have that clip earlier? Yeah. I believe I already sent the mythic hands.
Is it our clip?
He said it on MTash stream. Well, let's get the clip. I want to see the clip.
Is it our clip?
But I think that what you're saying, like, it's very hard to...
Check the clip that I just sent you.
Okay.
The Mtash one. Mtash, he admits he can.
Okay, all right. I'm going to go ahead and watch that right now.
Yeah.
Me or not, I have not batted against you, and I've not batted against other content creators from working with Hoyoverse. But I have tried to, come out publicly and say this, I have tried to patch up
the enviosity clip, the enviosity tweet that y'all tweeted out. Can one of y'all imgur that, please?
Yeah, I want to see that after this.
Yeah, but can you Can you screen cap that because I cannot see that.
Well, I can speak on. Well, I just type right.
It is what it is.
Yeah, I
Stand
have
proud, stand
tried
proud.
to
Stand proud.
fix
I can't
It's alright.
see it
your
unless you
relationship with
We'll
get it next time,
try
boys.
and get you back on good terms because
We'll get it next time.
know you
We'll get it next time.
I don't know
We'll get it
if
next
sad
time.
is the right word.
We'll get it next time.
Oh, here's
Some
another
prime
clip
subs will
of
cheer me up.
Atsu
If we
essentially
hit 1,200 subs,
painting-
it'll cheer me up a lot.
There's so much
Understand.
going on right now.
Understand, guys.
Okay.
Understand.
All right. Let me see that.
Understand.
Yep.
Understand.
Goose is just your little fucking minion. He's your yes man. Nobody gives a shit about Goose.
Damn proud. Absolutely.
He's just the discount version of you. Goose.
Okay, so all right, so now we actually this is a good clip because now he's actually just being a cocksucker. Because all of the other clips, it's like this is all implication, but now here he is actually being a cocksucker.
Oh, absolutely.
And
But
when did this happen? Because I see like people playing Smite, Moist Critical's playing Yu-Gi-Oh. Was this 2 years ago?
This was 2 years ago.
I would
yeah.
bet. Yeah.
Yeah. That's why this situation is so difficult because like
Right.
it's so hard to just get everything laid out, man. And, like you know me, like I'm a big improv guy. The whole
yeah, I get it.
And sometimes I just fucking ramble on about fucking nothing. It's so difficult.
So okay, so basically at this
We
point,
flew in the clip.
I don't know, Chad,
Wait,
how
where's
you
the clip?
guys feel, but I think this is a pretty good implication that whenever this
keep carrying
dude
it, Fox.
Atsu made a sub
He's on
tweet,
front
it
something.
was about Goose.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Like I think I've seen enough evidence to where like
Yeah, no,
I would
that's
probably
fucking
I would say like 99% certainty that's
Absolutely.
probably what happened. All right. So now I have enough evidence for that, at least for my level. And this
So,
this
are you cool? Are you cool if I self promote real quick?
Do
2
it.
seconds? Okay, but I'm just saying I got a 2.5 hour video summarizing all this.
Yo,
shit.
so what's
my
going on?
God.
Something.
2.5 hours.
Yeah, so if anybody's
Holy
ever bored,
shit.
Chat. 2.5 hours, not 3.
There's the video. Wait, I have to make you
2.5,
mod. I have to make you
not
mod.
3, guys.
Yeah,
It's not 3
I'll
hours.
let you Chipotle.
Oh, thank
I
you.
want my 10 subs back.
There's just a
Okay,
lot.
go again.
There's just
I want my
a
10
lot.
subs back.
Yeah.
I want my 10 subs back. I want my 10
Okay,
subs back.
so
I said it's not going to be 3
you
guys.
have the
Editor Queen
Imtash-
actually put through.
what do you call it?
They actually got it
Imtash
in less than 3
video, the
hours.
clip here.
You know, as I say,
Atsu said
I'm just saying.
tried. And does
Right.
Imtash have a good relationship with Hoyoverse?
get scammed.
No, he used to, but no longer. He's black.
2.5 hour tech video,
wouldn't
5
that
hour
imply
SMO video.
that
So
Atsu
10
doesn't
hour
have the
pokey
power?
video. Genuinely.
So Atsu has admitted also.
Yeah,
on
the voucher,
stream
no, it's not,
that
it's
he
not.
tried to mend the relationship or
Oh.
at least offer
Yo,
to
I wink
mend
at so much
the
for the subs, man. Thank you. Oh, we're guys, we're 5
But
subs
the
away.
implication of
From
that is because it
1,200
didn't
subs.
work, then he
300
didn't
subs in a
have
single
power.
fucking stream. Yo, guys, okay, you don't get
For that
it.
specific
I don't get it,
scenario,
right?
yes.
Absolute bag of
But do
shit.
we have
So,
any
I
instances
don't know
of
if I love
him
you guys.
using it
Appreciate it.
effectively?
Respectfully,
well,
genuinely cannot. I guess currently no. I can try to get some.
Oh, I want to see. Oh, I want to see.
Thank you so much for the 5 subs.
I wanna
let me
see-
see here.
'cause
Thank you,
here's
thank
the
you.
They
thing.
literally fly him out. Well,
Thank you.
he gets people flying out. He admitted to taking a cut in his pay to get multiple other creators sponsored and flown out. He runs the majority of their events. So I mean,
Atsu runs the majority of their events.
yes, at least.
Yo, Zaria, thank you so much for the 5
Like
gifts.
what?
I mean,
Boys, do we have any examples of that?
I mean-
Sorry, I mean.
Yep.
I'm
Well, I mean,
with
'cause,
you,
all right,
man.
here's
Just
my
like that,
opinion,
boys.
right?
Just
I
like that.
think, especially
Just
after
like
this
that.
clip, I think he's a rat. But I need to but because I think he's a rat, that's why I want to prove it twice as much.
yo, if Jesus calls you a rat,
Because like
motherfucker.
now I want to believe,
Genuinely.
so I have to prove to myself that it's worth believing.
If
I have to know
gaming
for
Jesus
a
calls you a
fact.
rat, it's kind of over. It's kind of over.
But read it again.
There is a clip that says
Gaming
so
Jesus.
MTash confirms that Atsu has the power to control who Holy
My
Wars
clip!
and whatnot, and
Cheston,
they do
send my
that.
clip, send my clip, send my clip, send my
Let me
clip, send my
just
clip.
double
Let me see
check. Yeah, I mean, I have not fact checked this at all. This is a random post
Wait.
on Twitter.
These
I'm
are
about 100%, man. I was about to end stream and rage. I'm gonna give it 100%. So you were working with tectone at 5% power.
It's okay. It's okay. No, I appreciate it. And yeah, I get it.
Here we
I've done it
go.
myself. Okay, so this is... So Imtash finally confirms that Atsu has the power to control Hoyoverse Blacklist and whatnot in their interview. That's crazy. I'm shooked. Okay, let me see this.
Here we go.
I mean, I know. So. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay to say that.
Yeah, because I mentioned it the other day.
Okay, wait. So his interview is in this.
Situation that he's brought to me, but he's DM'd me this again out of nowhere, even though I thought I had made it clear that we're not on, like, I don't want to talk to you, but I still gave him the advice. But what I find
up against him and say,
And just thanks for chatting, man. I really appreciate that.
of course, yeah, well, they're not fucking innocent either. But I also don't want to piss Tectone off, which is not a good but
it also fuels me to go live every day, and the amount of people who have fucked with me, I will always fuck back with. I want to know genuinely, do you think that's a bad trait to have? Treat
Yes.
those who are good to you well forever, but treat all those who have fucked you horrible forever?
I can be pretty petty. If someone punched me in the arm, like in junior high, I'm swinging back 3 times harder. And it's like, ha, you punched me. And like, I definitely understand that side of it. Is like, if someone comes at me, I will go at them. I will come so hard at them, if you know what I mean.
100%.
Wait, no one clipped that. Wait, hold on. What? Hold on.
By the way, I know I made a big claim on Zajeff. If you want all of the clips supporting that, I can DM that to you at
Yeah,
any time.
I'd love to look at that because.
Yeah, mods, can you DM me all the Zaja clips,
Because
please?
people are saying that you made claims about him, he's made claims about you, but I haven't seen them. It's hard for me to keep up with all this.
Yeah, I have all the clips compiled. My chat found a stream from 3 years ago to support all of the claims, and yeah, it felt very vindicating. And also, I got my buddy Goose back, which made me really happy about. But that's neither here nor there. Apparently, he's doing good. Apparently, he had a lot of therapy.
I mean, at the end of the day, like, no one's gonna get along here for a very long time, and like. Yeah, the only thing is just like be careful and like again with me, like I kind of said it to Atsu, is just like I have to be careful with like who I associate with, and
when I started speaking with Tectone about things,
so while I can maybe understand why Goose coming under some of the comments, if Atsu fucking
I need to know where
back
he talks
to doing
to.
This is a big... Okay, let's open this one up. Where's another one? I spent $600 so you don't have to. Roasting it? I don't know. You know, I was like, yeah, I saw this. Okay. Both said shit that were like, man, all the time and said...
Right, I have a few friends who are very, very, like, numbers heavy, and they do think a lot about numbers, but...
And so I don't blame him. To help understand him, and I made a video with him, and I kind of viewed each other as friends. But then as I started to grow, unfortunately he wasn't growing as much, kind of thing. But I was still like talking about numbers, and I was like, holy shit, like I did this collaboration, I'm doing so good, and we talked about some ideas, and he kind of cut me off, and he's like, listen, my numbers are fine, I don't want to talk about this, and he like really got frustrated. And I just wanted to know from you, do you feel like Braxophone was crossing a line and talking about numbers, and you're like, brother, like I don't really know you, like I don't want to get into this, and then
no. So for me, Braxophone was not yapping about numbers directly to me. So I followed him back on Twitter, and I didn't know who he was. But he knew who I was when we met each other.
Okay.
And so I sent him a photo that we took together just as common courtesy, and then I followed him back on Twitter. And then throughout that period, a lot of his tweets would just be like numbers, content related, which is totally fair, growth related, which again is totally fair because he's a content creator. The thing that made me feel the most uncomfortable is not only the initial uncomfortable interactions we've had in person, compile that with the numbers stuff, is that I didn't like how his sentiment would come across as either entitled or too focused on other people's numbers as well. So that for me is a turnoff.
Okay.
Like if people want to talk about numbers, I think that's totally a-okay. Right? I have a few friends who are...
I like talking about numbers in a sense like min-maxing and like game stuff. When it comes to numbers with like streams and videos, I keep that to myself unless I hit a milestone, then I kind of tell my friends about it. But I don't know, I guess I could see talking about numbers a lot being like not being like a red flag, but at the same, like depending on what type of content creator you are, because there's a lot of people who like, I don't know,
very, very like numbers heavy, and they do think a lot about numbers, but the vibe is not like
the vibe.
Everything is purely about growth.
Right. Okay.
Everything is purely about success. Like I don't want to be around that kind of obsessive energy for growth.
And
if that makes sense.
Yeah, and if people can't understand that side of it, then like you have everyone. This is the thing. I'm trying to be like, everyone needs to understand both sides. It's like, I have a friend that I'm really good friends with. He literally doesn't look at comments on his videos. He refuses to look at anything because it stresses him out. So some people are wired that way. Me,
I say I don't, but I also like and reply to a bunch of comments. Listen, if a video is doing really like negatively, like if people don't like it, I will avoid it at all costs. But like if it's just a normal video and people are commenting nicely, I will. But I'm someone who believes like negative comments are still engagement, so I don't interact with the negative comments. And like there's certain videos I've made, like my Super Straight video, or like my videos on certain dynamics in anime, and people don't like those topics are kind of controversial, right? So I avoid those comments. But like with my new videos, I sort of look mostly at I look at the comments. I like interacting a little bit, you know.
I'm looking up the graph. Like, I love this stuff. I like the business side of it almost more than making the videos. I like seeing why something popped, so I can understand that. But at the same time,
well, can I just say, like, the way you enjoy it, it's like you're actually enjoying it, right? Like you're studying it, you're enjoying it as like a hobby. But like for him, it's like growth to propel himself further on like this never-ending journey where he's never gonna find happiness. That's the kind of vibe that I got, where he has to consume absolutely everything. Like yours is like more like, okay, you're getting your own growth, you're working towards your own growth, it's like a hobby and an accomplishment for you whenever you hit these milestones or your achievements. It's like you're passionate about it. But like his sentiments are more like survival, which again is totally understandable. But I don't like that kind of attitude, and it just feels too.
That gives me weird vibes.
I would say, like, for your perspective, it's very corporate, right? But like his one is not coming from like a corporate background. It's more so coming from a. How do I explain this sentiment when it comes to numbers? Not consumerist, but. Chat said hustler mentality. I don't know about hustler. Maybe desperation. No, I don't know if it's desperate.
I kind of understand where you're going with that. But my quick question is, but is this how you're interpreting his want for knowledge and growth, or has this been? Did it slip out in a DM from someone saying like, I want to get in with Atsu so I can grow? Because I would also argue, young guy trying to make it in the industry recognizes Atsu has some awesome connections. Like, to be honest, when I was younger and starting with Destiny, I messaged Mr. Fruit and Dado, and I was like, I want to collab with you. Like, I want to work with you. And like, I got blocked. I was that guy that got blocked because it was like, I don't know who the fuck this guy is. He doesn't make any content. And so I also can see it from Brax's point of view of just like, well, maybe he did see you as a mentor or someone that could you further his career? Absolutely.
That being said, Atsu is kind of like called like the dad of their friend group. Like literally, it's been said in videos. So like I can understand him being seen as a mentor. You know.
But I've done stuff like that too, and so you know, everyone's going to interpret it differently. But is Brax an evil person for wanting to grow his brand?
Absolutely not.
Right. Okay. So yeah, I'm glad. It's just it does feel like a lot of this is interpretations of people's intents and actions, and obviously it's you versus him, it's Tectone versus you versus Envy versus everyone's got their own opinions, and it's been honestly I kind of mentioned it's like a junior high discussion, but now there's 30,000 other students riling it up. Instead of it being like a little beef, it's like I'm gonna meet you in the parking lot after and kill you. It's like it's gotten a lot more.
It's pretty damn intense now.
Okay, so my other question, and I asked this of Brax because you mentioned, or you know, he kind of mentioned he's going to these events. Things are. It seemed like the vibe was off, right? And I mentioned to him, and in my video, I said, if I flew out to Bungie, if I went to Seattle, and we got invited there, and we were at a bar, and we were all drinking with the Bungie staff, and then all of a sudden 3 creators showed up that we didn't know, it would be like, huh, why are you here? Now, Brax said some of the events that he met you at and he saw you at, it was because he was flown out by Hoyoverse as well, or he was sponsored to go there. but a couple of them were in more public settings where he was just going to that convention. You guys ended up being there, and he noticed things got weird there, right? So, so I just want to understand from maybe your point of view. Did you feel?
Wait, so you're saying he said he was invited
to some of them, like not all of them, but he said there was quite a few. So I think he mentioned Anime Expo, like he was flown out there, or like he was invited. And then a couple of the other ones, he was just going to the con, saw you guys, and he could tell the vibe was off. So
yeah.
So did you feel in the instances where he wasn't brought out by Hoyoverse that he was showing up to try and break into your group, and that's why he was kind of shunned or ostracized? You're like, why are you here? I just want to see if that's the vibe or like the.
No. I might need you to repeat what you said, but no, I don't think so.
So let me explain. So almost what I said is like, in the instances where you guys were all flown out to an event, and he showed up on his own accord because he was just going to go to that con. In those situations, did you feel like, why is Brax here? Like it seems like he's trying to like infiltrate our group.
Oh no, he's allowed to be at the event. He's allowed to be at the event. No, so I don't think he was trying to infiltrate my friend group. No. But from his document, he seems like he had some sort of entitlement to be invited to these like dinners or get-togethers, which is why I'm saying now is like, okay, that's weird, because like if I've already made it clear to him that I don't want to talk to him, if I'm hosting a dinner, it doesn't make sense for me to invite him. And he already knows that I'm keeping him at arm's length because I told him. It's in the DM. He posted it. I posted it. It's literally there. That was way, way, way back. I already told him that, you know, I don't really want anything to do with you.
Okay, and so then just to clarify, the events and the things you're going to weren't during a time where you're all flown out, like where Hoyo is like, we flew all you guys out, we're all going to dinner, and he was excluded. It was like, would you say it was in the situations where he went and you guys were doing something he just didn't feel included? Like, I'm just trying to, it's really tough because...
So this is what I'm also confused about, is because he hasn't specified these examples, and it seems like, have you read his document?
Yeah.
Yeah, so in his document, the way it's written is like there's loads of these events and these loads of these parties and these loads of these dinners that are happening that are excluding him. And this is where I'm also confused, because if he doesn't specify what he's talking about here, I don't know what he's referring to. There's one part where he's talking about, oh, someone told me about the party and then that person got in trouble. And I assume he's referring to this Anime Expo party that happened, which was a private party. So obviously the person who started leaking information about it is going to get in trouble. And I don't think that's anything personal to Braxophone. The other one he mentioned, and he like kind of brushed it off in his statement, is like, oh, but I don't think Atsu hosted this, was this Hoyo Creators dinner or lunch, which had someone bought a birthday cake of Zhongli for me, who was also attending that Hoyo Creators lunch. But like, I didn't know everyone there. So that was purely a Hoyo Creators thing. And Braxophone was quote unquote excluded, as if he was going to be there in the first place. I don't know. But those are the only two clear examples I believe he gave in his document.
Hello? Do you have a singular moment where you said, this guy, it's not going to work out between us, like I just don't want to be with him, that isn't mentioned in the documents anywhere or anything?
Well, what you mean?
Like, the reason I say that is because I look at Brax's side of it, and I see the young puppy trying to get into the industry, and maybe not picking up on some social cues kind of thing. I get that vibe, but then, you know, there's a comment like, I just don't trust you. I can't trust you. Like, it seems like if a young guy was a little bit awkward and maybe not used to it, you know, you're a more of a veteran in the community. It's like, I might probably pull him aside and be like, listen, like, the way you're going about this is weird. And try to kind of guide him a little bit. But for me, when I see that message, it's like, I don't trust you. I got to keep you at an arm's length. I'm just wondering, like, was there like a defining moment that hasn't been discussed publicly that caused that? Because for
Oh, no,
me,
I mentioned this already. So the very first incident we met was my very first time flying out to America as a content creator, Anime NYC. He walked up to me, spoke to me as if we were friends. I didn't know who he was at the time, so I was a bit weirded out. All right, that's just our initial interaction. And then from then, I see these tweets, I see his attitude towards certain things like content creation and growth, and I'm starting to get turned off here. Then at this Anime Expo party, we meet again at one of the stage events. I think he was cosplaying Tartaglia. I can't remember what we discussed back then. And then after that, there's an OTV party, offline TV party. And then he's there, I'm there, and he walks up to me. First thing he says is XYZ voice actor in Genshin Impact is a sexual predator. And that's like how he opened the conversation with me. And I was just like, right, that's just very uncomfortable and weird. But like, I get that he's probably doing that in high.
Okay. Sorry if you were like interested in that. I just found Enviosity posted a 18 tweet thread. This is how I love reading tweets. It can't be one long paragraph. It has to be 10 out of 19. Has to be that. Okay. My trauma with tectone. Is trauma the right word? Okay. This will be the first and last time I'll make a public statement about my experience with tectone over 3 years. The control he's had on my life, the PTSD, a summary of it all. I owe the recent events which has encouraged me to speak my truth due to my recent actions. I've quickly learned that staying silent for 3 years and allowing this trauma to dwell up inside me rather than addressing it will regrettably result in hot-tempered takes and me acting out as someone I'm not. It all started with the prolonged period of him badgering me throughout daily streams. I go live when he's live. Envy, let me know before you stream. Half my viewers always leave to watch you. Can you stream later? My community was confused when I had to cater to him. Everything turned into a competition. I want to host a giveaway, he had to do a bigger giveaway. If I was close to passing him in followers, he'd tell his audience not to let me catch up. This instigated his fans to flood my chat telling everyone to unfollow and follow him. It ultimately stopped being a competition to him and rather means to bully and belittle me any chance he could get. I never understood his mindset of needing to continuously punch down at a smaller content creator. Yes, okay. The punching down thing. Not only Tectone does this, but like there's a certain YouTuber who he interacts with that does that very often. I'm not going to say his name. I don't want to interact with him in any way, shape, or form. But there is a YouTuber who does that a lot, who Tectone interacts with a lot. During my Rosaria polls years ago was glimpses of the PTSD in action, where I'd anxiously waiting for more of his community to jump in and spread hate. This was my streaming life that I had to bottle in and couldn't speak about due to fear.
I can't. My heart can't take any more chat. My heart rate. I can't. My heart rate's at 152 for fuck's sake. I can't take any more of this shit. I know you guys keep fucking pressuring me and telling me, Envy, keep going. Please. Keep fucking going. Go, get Rosaria. And there's gonna be some fucking toxic people later today. They're gonna be all like, oh, imagine tuning in to watch Envy and he didn't get the Rosaria. Imagine how fucked up that is. Well, welcome here. We'll get Rosaria for you. You know, toxic people fucking saying shit, whatever. Chat, I just can't. I can't. I'm already fucking stressed out because we didn't get her. I'm upset. We're 65 wishes in. We've got nothing but dog shit. We have to stop there, all right? I'm fucking sorry. If I let anyone down in here that I didn't get Rosaria because you thought I would get her, literally, I said I would only go like 20 wishes in at the very beginning. I upped it to 30, and then I upped it to 44, and we're at 65 right now. We're at 65, all right? I wasn't supposed to go to 65, okay? I was hoping to get her at 40, at least. I apologize if I let anyone down. I'm pretty sure people later on are gonna fucking talk shit about me and say, oh, imagine Envy, he didn't get the Rosaria. Imagine tuning in for that shit and all toxicity and shit, whatnot. I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry, all right? I'm upset at myself. I already know. Okay.
Despite it all, he built his false narrative and told his audience that everything he did was just friendly banter. I never reciprocated those same feelings back to him. Hell, he assumed since he followed me on Twitter, it instantly made us friends. This eventually led me into a panic attack I've had on stream where, because it was on the internet, he now uses that to antagonize me more. This confuses me since he should know better than anyone about being vulnerable when he went on Healthy Gamer to speak.
Like that one time where people asked him if he was going to join my game show and then he cried on stream. Enviosity's going to cry. So what caused this? Because envy gets one guide a lot and gets riled up real easy. Like that one time where people asked him if he was going to join my game show and then he cried on stream. Enviosity's going to cry. So what caused this?
I watched the session with him and Dr. K, and I thought he would finally change, that he'd finally have empathy, that he'd understand the importance of mental health in this economy over the years, especially when constant bullying results in severe outcomes. Fast forward, and we finally squashed the beef, and a load of stress was relieved. I thought maybe if one took a move on, everyone was happy for the outcome. We've made peace at last. That was until shortly after I found out that apparently he just kept attacking me despite me not doing anything to him.
So I can help mediate this. And the whole Tectone envy beef was happening. And I was like, I'm sure I can fix this. I'm sure I can help mediate this. And I thought I did. Because I thought they quashed it. And it was quashed. But then Tectone opened his mouth again. He opened his mouth again and he started shitting on envy again. So I don't like, what can I do? What can anyone do? You know, like he always ends up starting shit again. The whole.
Unfortunately, I had to isolate myself and block out anything involving him due to this constant stress. Because of this, I ended up missing some pretty big news and disturbing clips of him, which I just found out about a couple.
Moodyest fucker I've ever met.
How do I deal with him? I love him.
Don't touch me.
I'm patient.
No, you're fucking not. You're like the most impatient, moody fucker I've ever met.
I'm patient when it comes to you.
Freem, I carry our marriage, and you know that. Freem, you know that.
I think we have a pretty 50-50 marriage.
You're high. You're high. You're high. You're kidding.
This is giving me the worst vibes. This is giving me
On
the ick.
stream? Is this content? Or wait, you're kidding, Graham. You think so?
I think I help.
I'm not saying you don't help, but you think it's 50-50?
Aggie.
Ever heard of jerk mate?
This is making me dislike him more. Here it goes again. Here it goes again.
Explain.
Here it goes. Here it goes.
Explain.
Hi, hello.
I mean, okay.
I would
Highlight.
honestly say I'm probably one of the best husbands on planet Earth.
You're a very good husband.
No. I wouldn't say very good. I would say one of the best. I would say I'm goated with the fucking sauce.
Okay. I'm just saying, like, you carry in social aspects, I carry in the back end tech stuff. And I feel like together we make a good team.
No, okay, here we go. Okay, I'm talking about marriage.
Okay?
Marriage, not tech stuff.
I mean, our marriage still includes our business relationship with me helping with your career. Because that's a big part of our marriage.
No, but I'm
the
talking-
subathon is a big part of our marriage.
I'm saying take job out. Take jobs out. Sure, you help me with tech stuff for my career, sure. But marriage, dude, I am the conflict resolution god.
Yeah, you are.
100%.
No, 100% you are.
I am the greatest shoulder to cry on. I am the greatest...
Not him just brushing off the fact that she did all the tech for him. Okay.
Solar. I'm understanding everything. The romantic shit I do is crazy. Like, are you... Why are you giggling? Why are you laughing?
Just saying Techie likes the back end, huh?
Frim.
Oh, they're okay, Superman.
Frim, you know beyond a shadow that I am an incredible husband.
I never said that you weren't.
But you never said that I was.
Okay, you are an incredible husband.
I agree, and I am so understanding of all of your wants and needs. All of them. And how accommodating I've been is insane.
Oof, that I don't...
Why are you not saying anything?
I'm saying, mm-hmm. Yes, I agree. Uh-huh. Of course.
So for like marriages and emotions and understanding and communication, I would say I do about 90% of that.
Yes.
Okay, there we go. Then the majority of marriage is communication.
Yes. You're happy.
I can't watch the rest of this.
90% of that.
I'm disappointed in myself that I wasn't able to find out this information sooner, because after learning what shameless human behavior he displayed has made me lose any ounce of respect I had left for him. I feel less anger now and instead feel disgust and pity for him. Sadly, due to my past trauma and under duress, I made a hot-headed statement of I should be the only person praised for being free to play in Genshin to the recent Genshin drama. My peers gave their honest opinion and said that it was out of line, and it wasn't like me to say that at all. They were right. It wasn't me. I'm not the best at articulating my emotions. I'm not ashamed to admit that, especially when dealing with anxiety and allowing this trauma to live inside me. Things spiraled out of control. I look back at that moment and everything is a blur. Sadly, okay, thank God we're at 16 out of 19. Sadly, I can't erase people's first impressions, and I apologize for that. I'm upset I allowed his constant harassment affect me this much. I'm thankful to my peers and community who have stuck by me for years. They know I've never acted like that once, and blah, blah, blah. There's only ever been one common denominator in all this stress, and I already know the outcome of this tweet since we've been through this cycle many times. He'll continue to defend, deflect, and villainize. The unnecessary harassment will continue. Nothing will change. I've learned over the years that if I defend myself, I'll anger him. If I don't defend myself, I'll anger him. If we squash the beef, he'll continue to shit-talk me. In a triple lose situation, I've realized I need to do what's best for me, finally letting go. This is my peace. I already expect nothing to change, and he will continue to slander me, whether I've made this post or not, but my anger has faded. I feel pity for him, and can't in good faith acknowledge him any further. Your words hold no value anymore. I am free. King, honestly. Anyways, back to
hindsight for my sake. He says it in his document that he looks back at it now and it's a big yikes moment, right? And like, I'm glad he sees that it's a big yikes moment. But for me at that point, it became like, okay, so he's yapping about something this serious to me, which, okay, again, he believes he's helping me out here. But I've already had like this, I'm already turned off from him somewhat. And then this doesn't help the situation at all. And then during that party, and I believe this is where a big misunderstanding happened, is this whole photo incident. So we're already posing, and I have no idea, I don't know if this is true or not, but in his document, he says Dish pulls him over to join the photo. Now, to me, and if this is the case, this is a really unfortunate misunderstanding if that's the case. I thought he just randomly walked up and decided to join us for this photo, which would just be weird. But I did not know that Dish pulled him in. And I believe most people in that group photo also didn't know Dish brought him in. And this is not saying this is Dish's fault. This is just like none of us noticed because they're at the back of the photo, so we didn't know that was the case. So
I'm falling down a hole because I want to make an anime edit to something. It isn't actually royalty free.
From my perspective, that was like, okay, we're like taking a photo as a group, and then Brax was standing on the side, and now he's walked up and joined us for the photo. So that was a bit awkward. And then he addresses another one where he says, I pulled everyone back to take another photo, which is not true. I was not the one that did that. Someone else was like, hey, everyone in the Airbnb, let's take an Airbnb photo. And we took another photo. But he says I'm the one that did that, which is not true. Anyway, I went a bit of a tangent there. So yeah.
It's just hard for me to picture this because like I've met Brax in person. I've talked to him, and no vibe did I ever get where I was like, this guy is one of those like degenerate Twitch viewers who are like, this guy is fucking weird.
It's not. It was not like that. No.
Yeah, and so you know, I can understand maybe the business side of things, but I don't know. I'm having a hard time. It does feel like, at least from his point of view and like what I heard versus your point of view, like, again, I feel like it's a situation that like a lot of this with better communication could be avoided. the comment he makes about like the voice actor and how that was cringe, like that is a little bit weird, and it feels like if someone came up to me and said, "Hey, you got to be careful with this guy," I'd be like, "I don't really know you. Why is that one of the first interactions?" So like, I do think that Brax needs to understand that like maybe there was some awkwardness here in the first couple times that you met or whatever, and he is new. But at the same time, you also maybe have to understand from his point of view is like, as a content creator, it's fucking lonely. And if I go talk to my dad about my YouTube channel, like I had 100,000 followers and he still was like, "Why are you doing this?" And it's like, "Cause I actually might make this my career, Dad." Like he couldn't even fucking get it. So it's like I couldn't talk to my dad about it. I couldn't talk to my sister about it. She didn't get it. My brother didn't talk like you know, he caught on and stuff, but none of my friends, no one I could talk to in my real life had any fucking idea what I was doing. And so it's like it's isolating, it's lonely. And so when you meet a couple creators that are playing the same game as you, in the same industry as you, it's like, hey, like it's hard not to latch on and just want to be friends or want to connect and be like, "Hey, we do the same thing." And so I just wonder if maybe if some of that comes into play, and I don't know, it's hard to not feel bad for Brax in this situation.
Regarding that sentiment, like I understand where he's coming from, where he wants to befriend people and he wanted to befriend me. Like I get that, but like ultimately at the end of the
I don't know how much of this more I want to watch because I kind of understand the situation at this point. Basically, this all started with a Ziox tweet about the duality of man, where it's Tectone and I forget his name. It begins with a D, but where it was those two. Then I don't know. That's where I'm lost, is between how that gets to who made the first tweet about, I don't know, someone made a tweet, I forget who made a tweet about Tectone. Was it? I don't know, but there's just so much. I'm gonna go through it again, I think, and I think I want to make a video on this, just like summing it all up. But God, there's so much there's so much going on. All right, I think that's it for what I'm gonna do on stream. We kind of got the gist of it, and then I will make a longer video about this later. Okay.
Ding ding.
Alright, bye. Why did that shut off? I don't know why it did that, but okay. I wanted to leave that on as I exited out of the stream, but it keeps closing. So